Hey guys, what's good? Triple J Boxing. So Canelo and his fans are claiming that no one can beat this version of Canelo that fought Charlo. He's back. He's back on top. Now I'm going to be going through some stuff and tell you why that's not the case at all. Not to say he's not back. That was the best Canelo that could possibly be that night, I think. He did good, but to say that no one can beat you this version is just no. Bivol will beat you again, and let me talk about why. So let me just clarify. Canelo did good against Charlo. He didn't get the knockout, but that's because Charlo was just avoiding any confrontation. He didn't want to start his own offense because he was afraid to get hit and to get countered. He was afraid of the power of Canelo, and Canelo was just the stronger man. So Charlo, his whole game plan was just to land counters, which he landed good left hook counters, but he did not want to engage with his own offense because he was afraid to get hit and he was afraid to get knocked out. And he even proved it by the post-fight interview, him saying, "Oh, I didn't get knocked out like the other guys." That's because you were in survival mode from round one, pretty much. I would say Charlo never tried to push Canelo back at all. He never showed any ring presence that Canelo would fear and be like, "Oh shit!" Like he never made Canelo think twice to just walk him down because there was no what do you call it? There was no pushback by Charlo at all. I can't. I'm trying to think of a word. I can't think of the word right now, guys. I hate that, but yeah. So pretty much there was no. It was Canelo doing all the work in the fight, and Charlo was just there trying to survive. So it was one way traffic, right? And if you think that Bivol or David Benavidez, let's throw him in there too. If you think that they're just gonna lay down and let you do whatever you want to do in there, you're nuts. And that's why this win that Canelo got over Charlo doesn't mean anything. We can't dissect anything from this win. The only thing you can really say about this win is Canelo's demeanor and what he's been saying before the fight and after the fight. He says he's 100%. He feels the best he's ever felt in a while, and he feels no one can beat him. So the only thing we can really take from that is he's feeling good, and he's mentally good, and he's confident. But other than that, the actual fight itself, what can you take away from this fight to believe that Canelo could beat Bivol again, right? Or even, like I said, David Benavidez, because Charlo never did anything. He never, and I know, and let me just debunk one of the things that I know Canelo fans are going to say now is be like, "Oh, Canelo made him look like that. He made him not wanting to come forward." No, that's not the case. You know why? Because when you want to win a fight, you do not fight like that. He was fighting to survive from round one, not because Canelo was making him fight like that. Sure, he was afraid of Canelo knocking him out. So in a sense, Canelo was making him fight like that. But that was Jermell Charlo's choice to fight like that. That wasn't Canelo forcing him to fight like that. I'll give you an example. Like, look at a lot of great fights like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury or Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Do you see Errol Spence, like, laying down and like Charlo did? No, he at least tried to win the fight. And he got stopped in the process. He got beat up because at least there was effort there to do something. Charlo did nothing, and that's why you really can't take anything away from, like, you can't say this win that Canelo got over Charlo really does anything to make us believe now he can beat Bivol. Now he can beat like Benavidez because he's back. because look what he made Charlo moving up 2 weight divisions. Look what he made him look like. Made him look like nothing. That's because one guy was there. He collected the paycheck. He was a deer caught in the headlights from round one. He just didn't look. He looked like he was there in Canelo's fight, and he got spanked. Like Terrence Crawford said, he got spanked, and it was a very it wasn't a good fight because Charlo didn't try to win, but like I said, it is what it is there. Like, I did give Charlo respect for moving up 2 weight classes, and he did take heavy shots, and his chin was decent. He took them pretty well, the shots, but now when I look back at it, and think about it, yeah, he didn't try to win. And I got to take away respect there, like, cuz he didn't try to win, guys. And that's why, and I know that's not Canelo's fault, but what I'm trying to say, guys, if you know what I'm saying, how can you judge how good Canelo is when you had one guy who was just there collecting the paycheck and didn't try to win a fight? Because I want you guys to think for a second. Will Bivol is he going to fight like that? Is he not going to try to win? Is David Benavidez not going to try to win? Like, no, these guys are going to try to take Canelo's head off. And that's why Canelo is not back. Well, in a sense, like I said, he's back to Canelo himself, but the statement I don't agree with is no one can beat this Canelo, and that's just not true. Bivol will take him to school again. And David Benavidez, that's a 50-50 fight. But yeah, this Charlo win doesn't prove anything. Like I said, still a good performance by Canelo, but Charlo's just nowhere near his level, and he couldn't deal with the strength of Canelo. Simple as that. He's just not on near Canelo's level. He doesn't have that tenacity that maybe we thought he was going to have. Like, we didn't know, right, how he was going to react on this stage, but now we found out he doesn't belong on this stage. Like, the guys he beat, like Castano, and he got undisputed in all 4 belts, who did he really beat, right? And, like, still, he beat whoever was there, but those guys are nowhere near Canelo either. We were just thinking, though, maybe Charlo would be one of those guys that raised his level to the competition, which, no, he's not one of those guys. He just didn't do it. So, yeah, guys, that's my opinion on it. Canelo cannot beat everybody right now after that performance. I would say he is back to Canelo himself. He looked good. He feels good, he says, but he is not beating Dmitry Bivol. And David Benavidez will not lay down like that, and that's going to be a tough fight. 50-50 fight. That's my opinion on it, guys, and let me know what you guys think about that. Thanks for watching.